everybody's saying, you know, they'll walk up to the front door and they'll say, is this a cycle shop or is this a junk shop? And it's whatever you want it to be.
That's true because Chris Ogden builds custom-made motorcycles, he restores furniture, he creates fun paintings, and he creates metal art. You could call him Mr. Repurpose.
I love to repurpose, and I started making these dogs. I don't know, I got a couple around here somewhere, and I make them out of the pipe I cut off of the metal frames. You know, handlebar cutoffs and all these things. Next thing you know, I got my own dog, called him Buster. He's made out of a drill bit, alternator. He's got some bolts on him. I mean, this cat, she got long fingernails, man. I mean, she's cool, you know.
I found everything in Chris's shop to be very, very cool. So let's start with furniture.
I've done this furniture for years. More as therapy than anything. I totally enjoy messing with the old furniture. I'm one of these guys that loves to repurpose anything I can find.
Chris looks at restoring furniture and trying to correct or smooth out all the defects somewhat philosophically. And that's because Chris is also a minister to a small church outside Sayre.
Being a preacher, you know, when you working on people's lives, okay, and this is a big thing to me, is that sometimes it takes some hard knocks to work out some other areas, you know, and I call it taking responsibility.
Also here in the shop, you'll find some of Chris's artwork made from automotive paint left over from other jobs. They're fascinating and they look like large Rorschach tests, but that's all right.
I do flow painting, and I set my canvases up depending on how I feel like the flow needs to go. I control the flow, and I control how much of the flow, you know. And the thing about it is there it is again, the repurposing thing.
But finally, it's his other shop where much of the work takes place. With all the metal shapes and tools, this sculpture studio actually resembles a blacksmith shop, where a blowtorch has replaced the hammer and chisel with a welder's mask. It's here he creates his custom-made motorcycles and other metal art.
The thing about metal art is that brings out me. You know, this I think about others. The metal art brings me out. I get a picture here, I can make it there. If I can get it here, and I don't know how that works, but if I can get it here, it'll be there. And it's the same way with my motorcycles. Nothing's done by measurement, nothing's done by draw out. If I get it here, I can build it there. And it's been that way for years. And it's only in metal.
Being around Chris for any amount of time, you realize here is a very talented man who enjoys life and for what he can give back to others and his community.
Not everybody's going to do metal art, you know. Not everybody is going to paint furniture. Not everybody is going to make dolls, you know. Not everybody's going to have a store. But you have something that is miraculous and marvelous. And I think if we can help people try to find that purpose, that's my goal in life.
A creative life that seems to be divinely inspired.
Life's good, man. I love my life. It's good.